Hello and welcome to episode 124 of the Vegan Business Tribe podcast with myself, David Pennell, and Vegan Business Tribe is here to support you and to inspire you, not just to build a vegan business, but to build a successful vegan business. And you can listen along on Spotify, on Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. So you can also watch the video version on YouTube too. And thank you as always to our amazing sponsors who are Vegan Accountants, Mad Promotions, Mindful Wealth, and the Vegan Publisher. And just a couple of updates from Vegan Business Tribe, because we have had so much going on recently. We've added 2 excellent new series to our Vegan Business Academy this month, including our new Vegan Business Revolution podcast, and that's just wrapped up season 1. And that's where I interview a different Vegan Business Tribe member each episode in a 20-minute interview to explore the width and the breadth of the vegan business movement. And all 10 episodes of season 1, they are now available exclusive for our Vegan Business Tribe members to watch back in our Vegan Business Academy on the website. Or you can also catch the audio-only episodes on Spotify, Apple, or to be honest, wherever you're listening to this right now, if you are listening to the audio version. So go search up Vegan Business Revolution 2. And then if you listen to our last podcast episode, then you will know that we're also now streaming our landmark new series, Using Your Business as Activism, hosted by our resident vegan business expert, Katrina Fox. And in this series, Katrina has interviewed some of the biggest vegan business activists in the world right now for us about how you can use your business as your form of vegan activism, including names like Matthew Glover, who's the founder of Veganuary, Veg Capital and VFC, as well as vegan app founders, e-commerce founders, health and fitness influencers, and even a real-life vegan Willy Wonka who owns his own vegan chocolate factory. So you can catch both of those new series in our Vegan Business Academy on the website over at veganbusinesstribe.com. And remember, it's only £18.99 a month to join Vegan Business Tribe. It's not that much money, but for that, you don't just get access to our hundreds of hours of workshops and interviews and courses. You'll also get access to all our online events and live workshops, plus our wonderful community where you can get support or ask for help with your business. So, if you are not yet a member, do go take a look. And as a special offer, just at the moment, you also get a free 20-minute coaching call with me when you sign up too, so that we can talk about your business or just your idea for one, which is quite timely because that's what we're talking about in today's episode, why you need a business mentor. Because this is something that's had a really positive impact on my business life. And I've seen what a change it's made to a number of our Vegan Business Tribe members going through coaching too. Now, maybe you've already got a mentor, so you agree with what I'm saying. Or maybe you've always wanted a business coach, but you don't feel that you can afford one. Or maybe you had one in the past and it didn't work out. You didn't feel it had that much benefit for you. Whatever your view on having a mentor is, over the next 25 minutes or so, I'm going to convince you why you need to have a mentor and how to best find one that fits you and your business. Because a phrase that I use a lot is that you do not need to reinvent the wheel. Any problem that you have in your business, there is somebody out there who has already solved it. To them, that issue that you have, which is stopping you moving forwards, it's going to seem trivial because they might have dealt with it 100 times before. And that might be a practical problem, like not knowing how to get a website online, or it might be a personal growth problem, like suffering from imposter syndrome. It might be just some general issue that you don't know the best way to move forwards with your business or what to do next. No matter what it is, there are plenty of people out there who already know the answer or who will already be able to help you to work it out. And I know that with many of our Vegan Business Tribe members, I can spend an hour on a coaching call with them. And within that time, we've worked out the solution to the problem that they've been wrestling with for ages. Or we've got a plan in place of how we're going to find out that missing information that we need to know how to solve that problem. And quite often, we don't need an hour. We can work it out in 10 minutes just because it's something that I have seen 100 times before, or I've had to go through myself in the past with one of my businesses. But that one thing that seems trivial to me, that has stopped somebody moving their business forwards maybe for the last 6 months. But I've seen coaching and mentoring from the other side too. I've had several mentors throughout my career, people who were several steps ahead of me in their careers at the time. And in fact, one of my mentors actually became my business partner, and we built and then sold a very successful business together. So I've been a mentor and I've been mentored. I've coached people formally, where I've taken people through a set program with end goals, and I've done ad hoc mentoring, where I was just on hand to answer some questions and, offer some opinions. So first, let's look at why. Let's look at why you should have a mentor before we then look at how to find one. And the first reason is what I just said. There is no need to reinvent the wheel. People have been setting up and growing businesses for over 5,000 years. In fact, the oldest business that is still running today was created in the year 578. So do not think that in all that time, people haven't made all the mistakes that it's possible to make and overcome pretty much any problem that you might come up against. Let me give you an example. Whenever somebody asks me about starting up a business, one of the first things I talk to them about is the importance of testing before spending. And the reason I always talk about that is because I didn't do that with my first business, and I was left paying the price of that, quite literally paying it back to the bank for nigh on 10 years. So even just a quick chat with somebody who has done the thing that you are trying to do, it's going to save you money, it's going to save you energy, and it will make sure that you avoid the mistakes that you're probably about to make right now. So having somebody formally mentoring you, that gives you just so much motivation to get things done, but it also gives you more confidence in business too. If you know that you've got somebody a little more experienced than you on your extended team to help with decisions, then that boosts your confidence and it can mitigate some of the risk of making those decisions. Because in business, sometimes there is no wrong or right decision. And actually taking a decision so that you can move forwards, that is in some situations more important than the actual decision that you make. Sometimes you just have to take the decision and then make it the right one afterwards. So having that experience combined with accountability, it is a really valuable tool. And having somebody showing you the way, that's going to both speed up the growth of your business and make you more likely to succeed, no matter what point you are with your business or your career. And quite often, mentors, they come with their own contacts too, who they might be able to introduce you to, or they might be able to suggest providers that they've used themselves in the past. So that's why you should have a mentor. But how do you actually get started with one? Well, first of all, ask yourself, What do you need help with right now? Because the ideal mentor for what you need at the moment, it might be somebody who you already know. For instance, if you're just starting a business and you don't know how to go about it, then who do you know who's already got a business that's doing well? It might be that old college friend. It might be your uncle or maybe your daughter-in-law. If you know somebody who's already done the thing that you are trying to do, then reach out to them and see if they're going to be open to talking to you about it. Because this is the thing about mentoring. The person who's mentoring you doesn't actually need to be a formal business coach or mentor. They might just be somebody who's done the thing that you are trying to do, and they can give you the benefit of their experience. And they're probably not going to give you that fortnightly Zoom meeting with a task list and accountability calls, but they can give you their opinion and they can let you share from their experience. And I've had this. I've had old college friends get in touch because they are just starting a business or a podcast, or they've got a trade show coming up and they know that I've got a lot of experience and they want to know if I'd be open just to grabbing a coffee with them for a chat. And if they are genuinely an old friend, then I usually say yes. And I've done this myself too. I've asked friends and family members if they'd be open to having a 20-minute call just so I could pick their brains because they've got some experience or they know something about something that I don't. So start with who you already know. If you think you have somebody in your family or in your network that's already done the thing that you are looking to achieve, then just send them a message to see if they'll give you the benefit of their experience in return for buying them a coffee. If you are looking to get your business in the news or on the radio or interviewed on TV, then no one's going to get your company noticed like Karen Ridgers and her team at Mad Promotions. And Karen, she's been at the forefront of the vegan media scene for the last 20 years. And Mad Promotions, they're also our media partners at Vegan Business Tribe. So if you've read about us in plant-based news or in Veg Economist, then that's probably because Karen got that story there. So if you are an ethical company or entrepreneur that wants more media coverage, and if you're a company that is looking to make a difference, then that's literally what Mad Promotions stands for. Karen, she's worked with Veganuary, VegFest, and all the other big names. So go find out more at mad-promotions.com. Did you know that in the UK alone there is currently around £3 trillion invested in pensions? And much of that money, it's helping to fund harmful industries like tobacco, fossil fuels, gambling and animal agriculture. So if instead you want to put your money where your heart is, then Jay Street is the founder of Mindful Wealth, our UK-based independent and vegan financial advisor here at Vegan Business Tribe. And because they are truly independent, they're not restricted to any specific investment range, so they can find the best option that works for you both financially and ethically. Although do note that the value of your investments, it can go down as well as up. But you don't need to have a lot of money invested to make a difference. If you want to talk about your financial planning, whether you're just starting your journey or you need a little guidance on how to create and maintain good habits, then book a free discovery call with Jay by heading to mindfulwealth.uk. Do you want to speak at more events? Do you want to get invited onto podcasts like this one? Well, it's far easier to do that if you can say that you have written a book. So let me tell you about the Vegan Publisher. Their founder, Mitali, she is a best-selling business author herself, and Mitali and her team, they will lead you through that entire process of becoming a published author, transforming you into the thought leader of your industry. And writing a book, it isn't just a great marketing activity to get you more clients. Trust me, Being a published author, it will open up doors to opportunities that you never even knew existed. So, even if you think you don't have the time to write a book, or even if you don't know what you might write a book about, go take a look at theveganpublisher.com to find out more. If you are a UK vegan business, wouldn't it be better to have an accountant that shares your ethics? Well, vegan accountants have got over 30 years of experience, and they're a vegan-founded company. And just to add, they're also our accountants at Vegan Business Tribe, because they just get us. They understand why we do what we do, and they make sure that we're doing it in the most tax-efficient way possible. Keith and his team, they've been massive supporters of our mission at Vegan Business Tribe. So if you are an established UK business with a growth mindset and you want an accountant that is going to help you grow and shares your mission as well as saves you tax, then just go to veganaccountants.co.uk to find out more. It's also worth reaching out beyond your network with that same question. Because you are vegan, that gives you an ethical connection with other vegans. And it's one thing that we have proven over and over again with Vegan Business Tribe, is that vegans like to help and work with other vegans. That ethical connection that you've got, that means that sometimes you will get a response from people that you wouldn't have been able to any other way, just because you are both vegan. And I found this out a few times. So with Vegan Business Tribe, for example, my wife Lisa, she follows a YouTuber who has hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And he's not a vegan YouTuber. His channel talks about something completely unrelated to veganism. But he let slip on one video that he was vegan himself. So Lisa sent him a message, and within a few weeks, he'd agreed to do a call with us to talk about how he built up his huge online following. And that video, it's still one of the most watched videos in our Vegan Business Academy. So, before you say, I don't know where to find a mentor, first take a look at who you already know. Who's in your extended network? Or who might you be able to reach out to because you share that vegan connection with them? And if you don't have that person in your network right now, then make a plan to change that. Ask yourself, where are the people going to be that have the experience that I need to take advantage of? So, for example, if you are, for example, a tattoo artist, perhaps, and you want to grow your business, but you don't know how to, then how can you get to know the tattoo artists who have built successful businesses and now charge per hour what you charge per day? And this is an exercise that I do with the people that I'm coaching. We work out, who do we need to get to know and how are we going to get to meet them? And quite often we can find an industry event or an expo where those people are going to be gathered in one place. So with that example, if you are a tattoo artist, there are tattoo industry events where you can get to know the top people in your industry. If you are a personal trainer or an accountant or a cleaning company or whatever it is that you do, your industry will likely have a conference where the top people in your sector are going to be. So find it and get yourself booked on. Because most of the time, the top people in your industry, they don't consider themselves to be famous. So at these specialized industry events, you'll probably be able to just walk up and talk to them. The people giving presentations, they're going to probably just hang around after their talk to chat to people, and they'll likely be happy to give you their email address for a follow-on conversation. And linking up with the people who have already done what you are trying to do, that is so important for your business. And it's not just about learning, it's about normalizing. Because if you surround yourself with people who have done exactly what you are trying to do, then it just seems so much more achievable. And that's why, as a business coach, I don't pretend to have all the answers, but I know how to help you find those answers. And usually the top of that list is working out who we need to go talk to. And sometimes it's also worth just paying somebody to give you an hour of their time if they've got some specialist knowledge. And we're used to doing it with professionals, like with accountants and lawyers. We'll happily pay them, but many people like social media influencers and other experts, they do actually have an hourly rate. And I've paid a number of people myself just to have a Zoom call with them if they've got a really specialist piece of knowledge or they've done the exact thing that I'm trying to do and I want to get their feedback on my plan. So when it comes to finding a mentor, there are probably more options open to you than you think. And sometimes you will just meet people who just want to give back. So we've just recently had Vegan Camp Out in the UK this year. And while I was walking around talking to people, I met a vegan property investor who manages a property portfolio worth millions of pounds. And he was semi-retired, but he really liked the idea of mentoring other vegans to do what he's done. And he wasn't looking to charge for this. He just wanted to give back. And I was able to introduce him to a couple of our Vegan Business Tribe members who are at the start of their property careers. And the more people you get to know, and the more networks that you are part of, and the more that you just get out there and meet people, then the more chance you will have of finding people who can help you and help your business. So, that's some of the options that you've already got open to you right now. But it might be that you're at the point where you need something more formal. You want somebody who's going to have that regular call booked in the diary with you to work towards a longer term goal. And that is when it is worth investing in a professional business coach. Just like if you're trying to get better at doing anything, from public speaking to tennis, you would go find a coach to train you how to do it. And how much you need to spend, that varies. Some business coaches are going to cost a couple of £100 or a couple of $100 a month. Some are going to come in around the 500 mark and some will come in at the 1,000 mark or even higher, depending on what goal you're looking to achieve. Personally, myself, I come in about midway in between those two figures, but I offer two tiers. One which is sharply focused and project-based to achieve a set goal over a 3-month period, and then another option which costs less, and that's based more in keeping on touch on WhatsApp with a 20-minute Zoom call once a month. But if your business is currently turning over $1 million and you're looking for a coach to help you take it to 5 million turnover, then somebody who's got that experience and that skill set, that's going to cost you more than if you were just needing to find somebody to help you launch your first business. But for me, one of the most important things with finding a business coach is finding somebody not just who has the experience that you're looking for, but is somebody who you actually enjoy dealing with too, because your coach needs to be somebody that you look forward to spending time with and get along with well. And that's why if you have a vegan business, then it is hugely beneficial if you can find a coach who shares those vegan values. And there are plenty of vegan business coaches out there. I'm one. We've got several Vegan Business Tribe members, such as Steve Swindon here in the UK, who especially has a lot of experience with food company founders. We've got Stephanie Harter, based in Florida, and she actually coaches people to be coaches. So find and then get to know your potential coach. If you belong to a local in-person networking group, then there's probably going to be a business coach in that network, and that will give you a chance to get to know them before engaging with them. And pretty much all coaches, they're going to offer an initial call or a meetup first to see if you're a good fit for each other. And I do this. If anybody's thinking about working with me as their coach, then I encourage them to just book in a Zoom call so that we can talk about what they're looking for and just to see how we get on first. Because it might be if I don't think I'm a good fit for somebody, I can probably introduce them to somebody else who might be. And then the final tip that I'm going to give is to work out what you're trying to achieve with coaching. So if the reason that your business isn't growing is because you are just too damn busy, you hear me right? You just can't find the hours in the day, then signing up with a coach or a mentor that's just going to give you more things to do, that's not going to help. It's a bit like joining a gym and just signing up and paying that monthly fee. That's not going to get you fit. You need to actually go and put the work in on the equipment. So if that's where you are right now, instead, tell the coach straight away that that's the first problem that you need help with. Don't just do your first session with them and come away with a list of tasks that you haven't got time to do, and then just ghost your coach when they're prompting you to set up the next section or to give them an update. And yes, you can probably tell from my voice that I'm talking from experience here, because a good coach, they're going to help you. They're going to help you tackle that time problem if that's what you're facing right now. And one exercise that I do with people that I'm coaching is called automate, delegate, or bin. So I get them to list out all the things they do that are taking up time at the moment. And we go through each one of those tasks and we ask, can we automate? Or, so can we semi-automate even this thing? 2, can we delegate it, or can we give it to somebody else? And even if that means paying somebody or using a freelancer. And then 3, can we just bin it? Can we get rid of that thing altogether? And you'll be amazed how many things get stuck on your to-do list simply out of habit, but they've got very little value in being there. Or it might be that you've got a really specific goal that you want to achieve. And I've had a couple of new coaching clients who have said they wanted me to help them get their first paying client. And I loved that, because that gives us that laser focus on what we're trying to achieve on the 3-month program. It also gives me the chance to just lay out what they will need to do over those initial 3 months to give us a chance of that happening, and to see how achievable they think that's going to be for them to do all that. And 2 out of the 3 times we've made it happen. And the third person, they still got their first client, but it was just soon after we'd finished the coaching, so I'm still going to claim that as well. Okay, so to wrap us up, do you need a mentor? Yes. Yes, you do. It's going to help you grow your business faster. It's going to give you more confidence, and it's going to keep you accountable. Does that need to be a paid business coach, however? Well, no, not always. So just like you wouldn't move into a huge office space or warehouse when you're just starting out, hiring a business coach, it's something that you might do when you've got the resources to invest. But if you are trying to build a business and you don't currently have someone mentoring you, whether paid or informal, you need to find that person. No matter what point your business is at right now, there is somebody out there who is going to be able to show you what comes next. Okay, so really interesting episode today. So let's finish as always with a bullet point roundup of everything that we've learned today about why you need a mentor and how to find one. Number 1. Whatever problem you have, others have already overcome that problem. A mentor helps you avoid mistakes and pitfalls, and that's going to save you time, money, and energy. Remember, there is no need to try and reinvent the wheel. 2. Having a mentor can give you a lot more business confidence. Having somebody on your team who's got more experience, that really helps you to make decisions, because sometimes there is no right or wrong decision, but not making a decision, that's what's stopping your business moving forwards. 3, you might already have your mentor in your network right now. So look at your Facebook friends or your extended family. Is there somebody who's already done what you are looking to do, who might be willing to give you an hour in return for buying them a coffee? 4, mentors often come with a network of contacts, and they might be able to introduce you to other key people in your industry or offer suggestions of providers that they've used before and trust. 5, you can use your shared veganism to reach out to somebody who you might otherwise not get a response from. Remember, vegans like to help and work with other vegans. 6, ask the question, who do I need to get to know? Whatever your industry, it will likely have an expo or an industry conference where you're going to be able to get direct access to those who have achieved exactly what you are trying to achieve, and they're likely to be happy to give you their details for a follow-on chat too. 7, in some cases, it's worth paying somebody with very specific expertise for an hour of their time to show you how they've done something or to teach you a specific skill. 8, it is important to find a mentor or coach who not only has the right experience, but is also somebody you enjoy working with and who shares your values. So, take that discovery call, meet up with them for a coffee, see if you're both a good fit with each other first. And then 9, be clear about what you want to achieve. If you know you need to sort out your time management first, then make that goal number 1 for your coach. And that is it. So, hopefully you found this useful. And remember, if you do want a conversation about coaching or growing your business, then my door, or maybe my inbox rather, is always open. Just email hello@veganbusinesstribe.com and we can have that virtual coffee and see when we next have a space coming up on our coaching program for you. Or if you're not yet a member of Vegan Business Tribe, then please do head over to the website at veganbusinesstribe.com and sign up with us to become a member of the most amazing community of vegan business owners that you will ever find. And not only will it be a massive support to you and your business, but our membership, that's what funds us. So if you find our content helpful and you want to support our mission to champion the vegan business scene, then please do consider signing up with us to be part of that mission too. So that is it for this episode. Please do like, subscribe, leave us a review, whatever your platform is allowing you to do. Please do link up with us in any way you can. That really helps us as well. And I will see you on the next one.